Your Excellency Nana Akufo-Addo, President of the Republic of Ghana, ably represented by His Excellency Dr. Muhammadu Bawumia, Vice President of the Republic of Ghana, Your Excellency Chief Olusegun Obasanjo, former President of Nigeria, Your Excellency Mahamadou Issoufou, former President of Niger, Representative of the African Union, Jean-Lucien Tongba, Your Excellency Professor Benedict Orama, President and Chairman of Afreximbank, Your Excellency Wamkele Mene, Secretary General of AFTA, Your Excellency Godwin Emefiele, Chairman of the Governing Council of Papss and Central Bank Governor of Nigeria, invited guests, gentlemen of the press, distinguished ladies and gentlemen. Let me take this opportunity to thank you immensely for your presence this morning. Against all odds, you traveled to be with us, which is a clear testimony to your support and your love for this continent that is home to all of us. We gather here to take another step forward in our collective journey towards self-reliance, a journey that is leading us to the prosperous Africa of our dreams, as espoused in the African Union's Agenda 2063, the Africa we want. Our progress on this journey has as its guiding light a clear shared vision and unity of purpose. But this is, like every other journey, requires critical infrastructure to accelerate the fundamental elements that will underpin a prosperous continent. A prosperous continent is a trading continent, a continent that builds and retains wealth from its goods and services. Governments, businesses, and individuals, they all consume goods and services, which they obtain in exchange for value. The fundamental means by which value is exchanged, is traded, is through payments. The more efficient payment systems are, the higher the velocity of value exchange, and consequently, the higher the volume and value of trade and our consequent prosperity. At a continental level, establishing an efficient payment infrastructure that will facilitate transactions from Cape Town to Cairo, from Dakar to Dar es Salaam, will go a long way to eliminate the artificial borders that have divided the continent and robbed us of our shared prosperity. Payment infrastructure have always existed, both on the national and sub-regional levels for a while. These systems, however, lack interoperability, and fragmented systems, national systems and regional payment systems cannot stimulate African economic development and intra-African trade at the pace required to significantly increase the percentage of trade among African countries. While these national and regional payment systems have made a good start, bringing about significant modernization with their jurisdictions, it is paramount that we now integrate all African payment systems to hasten the pace of economic growth on the continent. A Pan-African payment system will be the enabling infrastructure to spur the growth of intra-Africa trade and commerce. With the participation of central banks, financial institutions, regional economic communities, private sectors, and other stakeholders, the journey has begun. Your Excellencies, ladies and gentlemen, it's my singular honor to welcome you all here today to witness the commercial launch of the Pan-African payment system. The system has been piloted, it has been tested, and proven to work using African local currencies. The Pan-African Payments and Settlement System is a financial market infrastructure that has been developed and initiated through a collaborative effort of the AFTA Secretariat, Afreximbank, and the African Union Commission, working together with the West African Monetary Institute and associated central banks in the WAMSI region. It is designed to ensure instant payment for goods and services between African jurisdictions. Payments are initiated and settled in local currencies of initiators and beneficiaries, effectively eliminating the need for third-party currencies to consummate trade within our region. Your Excellencies, let me take this opportunity to update you on the journey so far. The project started in 2016 with various engagements to understand existing regional payment systems, their pros and cons, and how best to approach the establishment of an Africa-wide payment infrastructure. Engagements took place with regional economic communities, including COMESA, the East Africa Community, the SADC region, as well as all major payment system operators in Africa. Furthermore, discussions with the West African Monetary Zone commenced in 2017, and following successful interactions with them, the central bank governors of the zone agreed to implement a pilot scheme of the system as a proof of concept. Subsequently, system development commenced, as well as development of the regulatory framework, including the Papss bylaws, the scheme rules, membership agreements, and other establishment structures required to institute the system. All this ensured we were ready and achieved our first milestone in 2019. In its 12th Extraordinary Summit held in Niamey, Niger, on the 7th of July 2019, the Assembly of African Union launched Papss and adopted it as a key instrument for the implementation of the Africa Continental Free Trade Agreement. This was a great milestone as Papss was endorsed as the required payment system in Africa. Following this mandate by the African Union, the partners embarked on further system development and instituted a strong governance structure. As you would imagine, it is important, absolutely important, that participants in the system and the general public have faith and confidence and trust in the integrity of the system. As such, we have different levels of oversight, with the Papss Governing Council as the highest regulating organ of Papss, and has central bank governors of participating countries as members. Papss Payment Systems Oversight Committee, a subcommittee of the Papss Governing Council, has delegated powers from the PGC and is responsible for the oversight of Papss. The Papss Management Board, this is the governance organ responsible for the technical and operational management of Papss. And of course, the Papss management team, which is responsible for the building, operating, and maintenance of the payment system infrastructure. This is led by myself and my able deputy, John Bosco Sebabi. Your Excellencies, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, the Papss pilot in the WAMSI central banks has been completed, and all 6 central banks have tested and gone through the trial operations. In the last week of August 2021, all the central banks became live on the system and have since been sending through live transactions across the WAMSI region. Subsequently, we have signed up 12 commercial banks, most of them with Pan-African reach, and 4 switches. Engagement with other central banks in Africa have commenced in earnest, and we're also focusing on regional payment systems to ensure bulk and group connection. Today's event is therefore another important part of Papss' journey, as we have the commercial launch of the system, thus making it available for use by the public. With every bank onboarded to Papss, we enable thousands of clients to trade within Africa. Every bank joining the Papss gains access to trade with tens of thousands of end users already connected through our growing community of financial institutions. Every central bank joining the Papss infrastructure extends our collective reach to millions more, with the resultant positive impact on intra-Africa trade. Together, we will create the foundational support for the innovation of trade and payment solutions, which will help the continent solve uniquely African challenges. The network effect of central banks participating is key to our collective success. We therefore invite all other central banks outside of the WAMSI zone to join and ensure Papss services are extended to other countries and made available for use by all Africans to facilitate payment for goods and services across the continent. Allow me to emphasize that Papss is not designed to compete with or replace existing payment systems. Papss is designed and operates to facilitate connectivity at a continental level that brings all payment systems together into one network that is interoperable, efficient, and affordable. Papss is designed to make our currencies regain value and to domesticate intra-Africa payments. We are on a journey towards African prosperity. Papss as a core payment infrastructure provides the superhighway which connects others to every part of this continent. Together we can create the Africa we want. On behalf of the entire team, I thank you for honoring our invitation and looking forward to a successful launch and operations of Papss so we can begin to focus on other aspects in our dream of changing the socio-economic condition of Africa and her people. Thank you very much.